There's none. So, you know, the patch, clearly there's been some serious balance restored to CPU 1.1.
It seems like not. This might actually be the match.
This might be real.
This is the match. So they play each other all the time. And
they both have characters that can't really approach.
this matchup is very hard for Azrael to really play his game.
Yeah.
Because Tiger is bigger and meaner than him.
Yeah.
And it's actually really difficult for him to run his stuff. Wow.
Of course, he is still Azrael, so he's gonna hurt, you know.
Uh-oh.
But there's a number of things like that where it's way more unsafe against Tiger than anyone else in the cast.
Wow. Just watched him. So, oh no! He reacted to so that shoulder lean Azrael attack is basically like a DP, but it doesn't have invincible startup.
Right.
But Tiku guard pointed it on reaction.
That's right. I love Tiku's playstyle. Everything about Tiku's playstyle says I'm gonna make the hardest reads I can.
Angry mad Tiger.
I'm just gonna be in your head as much as I can.
That's it. That's an instant overhead.
Wow.
That's one of Azrael's best tools against him because he has the instant overhead against Tiger. But if Tiger reads it, he can scoop him up. Oh no! A big drop.
That was a big drop, and this could go really.
Wow, he burst.
Had to, wow, that honestly, that's a pretty aggressive burst there.
I would have waited.
It says a lot about Tochign's pressure. I'll put it that way because to burst there says I'm giving up my burst for the next round already, and I still have a lot of health left. I could have leaned on that a little more.
Yikes! Tochign catches him sleeping.
But here we're seeing why.
Actually, there's only 10 seconds left. I just realized.
Sparkle
gets him with the chip damage.
So then he probably bursted as just a, you know, I'm going to win this round. I don't care what you do.
He also got 50%.
I was going to say, maybe getting hit was on purpose. Yeah. You get some of the burst meter back.
Yeah. So like, Sparkle does do chip damage in this game, and you can die from chip damage, but you can barrier to prevent it.
Correct.
Tiku was not able to react to the Sparkle.
Oh yeah, Tochign got hit.
Very nice. The gadget figure read is kind of crazy. See, once again there too. Wow.
Oh, big drop though.
Throw reject on Tiger.
Now, what throw reject miss is when you press grab in this game, your grab is locked out for a number of frames afterwards.
Right. You cannot option select throw multiple times like in other games.
Right.
You can't mash it. You can only press it once.
That's right.
And people can read that and be like, oh, he already pressed throw. This throw is free now.
Exactly. The mix-up here isn't really hit grab like in many games. It's grab or later grab.
Wow. Blocks the overhead, punishes with Sparkle. Tiku has him in the corner. Tochign is in big trouble. And he's beating him up in the corner. Doesn't tech the mix-up. Ouch. Anti-air. Oh. Nice block on the cross-up.
Tiku's blocking is immaculate.
Oh! He probably 720 immediately. Tochign read that and rapid cancel.
That's right.
Ouch. Gets caught. He misses the combo. And there's 26 seconds left. Catches him without barrier in the air. He can block a lot of moves in the air with barrier, but he did not barrier. He's in big trouble. He's a lot of damage.
Okay, no, he's choosing not to.
Catches him. He's got...
Again, this is hard to win just on time.
10 seconds left against Tiger.
Now he's magnetized, so you can basically magnetite wheel just to run out the clock. It gets harder and harder. And Tiku just controlled that space with Sledge, said, you know, you have no time. I wish.
Not only that.
More time.
Not only that, but on top of that, because he has no ground dash, that was basically Azrael specific. He can't dash through this better Sledge.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So what's fascinating is these characters just operate slowly enough in neutral. These are all going to timeout. That's pretty rare in BlazBlue. Most of the time, that's not going to be the case. But you know, when you have two players who play each other a lot and they're both playing characters that can't approach, you're going to see some pretty intense matches.
Yeah. Not only, I haven't even felt like the time was. I was like, wait, look at the time. What happened? No. Grand punish. Belly flop of the year. He's slowly pushing him to the corner. Just edging him there. It's like
real estate.
Right here.
Real estate is everything in this game.
Oh. All right. Burst him back to the corner. Just watch the biggest real estate.
The land is just as valuable in BlazBlue as it is in real life.
That's right. That positioning is huge. Whoop. Oh no. Wow, nice crouching.
Tiku's footsies are just immaculate.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Sends him to the corner with huge damage.
That was exactly what I thought was going to happen there. I can't really believe that because it's not like a good choice. But Tiku is just so manly.
Yeah, he actually empty jumped so many times.
He did the classic empty jump 720.
Got you.
Coming back from 2009.
Tiku catches him again. He's once again edging into the corner.
I love this man.
Whoops, gets caught. Blocks it, gets hit by the overhead. Blocks the other overhead. Wow.
He's just making Azrael look useless at neutral, and it's unbelievable because Azrael's not useless at neutral.
Great confirmed by Tochign off the anti.
I think this is one of the moments where you really see the matchup problems, though.
Yikes.
Because Azrael's pressure is far more effective.
Yeah, he gets the beatdown and does lots of damage. Blackhawk Stinger.
Tochign takes the first shot of this.
That's right. He's finally on his feet. Tochign, they do play each other a lot, and he's like, yeah, Tiku wins a little more than me, but I can beat him. No blocks by Tiku. They're just kind of, you know, they're slow dancing.
It's a beautiful waltz.
Oh, you missed.
You see the spacing
Yeah.
there. He's just outside of 2D
barely
range.
walks back a couple pixels.
And that is Tager's farthest reaching move, so you know that's exactly what he's looking for there.
Nice block. Okay, so what he said, Tiku said, one of the biggest things about this matchup is you read Azrael's backdash and hit him with Spark Bolt. And once you get it once, you can win the round. Right. Because his backdash is really strong against Tiger, but Spark Bolt punishes it.
Right.
And once he has the Spark Bolt, it becomes really scary for him to do anything. Disengaging. Text to throw.
You see how much magnetism changes the footsies here.
That's right. Come here. Oh! Oh no!
The Domi burst. An ineffective burst at the top of the screen.
Now he has big
Burst
damage
your
on
bummel. Tiku with the crowd-pleasing trophy.
Oh no! Punishes him for Sentinel Dump. Now Sentinel Dump does have guard pump, but it loses it before it hits them. Wow!
Wow, he
the
blocked
cluster.
that! I'm not able to block that one, though. A little too much going on there.
Magnetic wheel. He's got meter for follow-up.
And he does
Doesn't
punch
kill.
him. Not enough to kill. He's got Spark Bolt, though. This is impressive.
There's only 20 seconds left. Can
He got it!
Wow! Half screen 6A. It has upper body invincibility. Oh.
If he pulled that off, that would have been...
With 13 seconds left, it would be a very hard call.
Yes.
Hearty handshake between friends, you know.
Tiku moves on.
Tiku moves on.